currently bored. We just finished our general biology class. Our topic is about fermentation, but I couldn't really comprehend the lesson. What if I make fermentation in real life? Maybe that could help. Oh, hi there! I am currently searching about fermentation and what are the foods that we could easily ferment. How about the milk bread? Do you think we could recreate this one? We'll never know if we never try. But first, what is fermentation? According to an article on Britannica, fermentation is a chemical process by which molecules such as glucose are broken down anaerobically. Glycolysis, the breakdown of sugar, was originally defined as the metabolism of sugar into lactate. It can be further defined as the form of fermentation, characteristic of cells in general, in which the 6-carbon sugar glucose is broken down into 2 molecules of the 3-carbon organic acid, pyruvic acid, coupled with the transfer of chemical energy to the synthesis of adenosine triphosphate. The pyruvate may then be oxidized in the presence of oxygen. Through the absence of oxygen, be reduced to lactic acid, alcohol, or other products. Of course, our experimentation will never be complete without wearing a lab gown and tying our hair. To start, we have our ingredients here. The measurements of these ingredients may depend on how big you want your bread to be. You don't have to be a professional to make a perfect one. 1 cup warm milk, 1 tablespoon sugar, 2 tablespoons active dry yeast, 3 cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 large egg, 1/3 cup of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of oil. And for the egg wash, we'll just need 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of milk. For the materials, we'll need a large bowl, cling wrap, cooking brush, and rolling pin. Of course, our microwave or oven. Take note, you could use a soda bottle as an alternative if you don't have a rolling pin. Be cautious upon using the following utensils and avoid hurting yourself. Ask assistance if possible. Now we are ready for our process. First, we are going to prepare our yeast mixture by adding 1 tablespoon of sugar and 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast on a 1 cup warm milk. After mixing, we'll wait for 5 to 10 minutes until the mixture is foamy. While waiting for our yeast, we're going to mix our dry ingredients. Add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt. Now, it's time to add our wet ingredients, melted butter, a large egg, and the yeast mixture and mix them all together slowly. Next, spread some flour for kneading about 1/3 to 1/2 cup. Drizzle some oil to prevent from sticking. Knead until the dough is smooth and elastic. Place into an oiled bowl and cover with cling wrap. We'll come back after an hour to see if our mixture has doubled in size. But wait, what causes the bread to grow in size? According to science, in the process of making bread, millions of air bubbles are captured and disseminated throughout the mixture. As a result of this process, the yeast in the dough breaks down the flour, starches, and sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide gas. The bread rises as a result of these gas inflating the bread's network of air bubbles. Now that 1 hour has passed by, we're going to get our dough and punch the air out. Do what you want with your dough. Put it on the baking pan, cover with cling wrap, and come back again after 30 minutes. Once it dries, Prepare egg wash and apply it to the dough. For egg wash, we're gonna mix 1 tablespoon of milk and an egg and apply it to the dough. And our favorite process, the cooking time. Now we're going to do a taste test! Its texture is fluffy. It smells so good, like a milk. It suits its name really well. Milkbread. Its color depends on how long you'll place it on the oven. That's why mine turned brownish. I hope I could share this very yummy meal with you. I mean, we could just make things simple, but why do you think people prefer doing fermentation? What are the things that we could get from fermenting? First, it has more proteins. Long fermentation times give the enzyme present in the flour more opportunities to cleave proteins, making it easier for them to entangle, straighten out, and link up into gluten. Second, it leads to better digestion. While milk bread does not match gluten-free standards, one study found out that it may help digest gluten. Wheat enzymes are changed during fermentation for milk bread, which may assist gluten sensitivity. Other research suggests that lactic acid bacteria in milk bread may aid with allergies, inflammation, and autoimmune illnesses. We also have the benefit that it maintains appropriate blood sugar levels, according to Amrin 2020. Fermented foods are high in probiotics, which increases the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut. This promotes improved glucose absorption, which keeps blood sugar level from rising. The relationship of fermentation to the characteristics of the bread. The availability of natural sugars and activity of the yeast may be altered by varying the fermentation temperature. Temperatures may be changed to alter both the bread's production speed and sweetness by adjusting the bread's proofing or desired true temperature. For the bread fermentation and its equivalent percentages, the type of sugar found in milk, lactose, has little sweetening power and does not ferment. So in dough made with steamed milk powder, sugar has to be added or the fermentation will be very slow. While lactose is not fermentable, it caramelizes readily in the oven and produces a healthy crust color. The recommended amount of skim milk powder used in fermented dough is 2% to 8% based on flour and up 15% in cakes. Buttermilk and sour milk are used to make variety breads. They have a lower pH and require shorter fermentation for good results. Now, what type of fermentation did you witness? The carbon dioxide produced in these reactions causes the dough to rise, ferment, or proof, and the alcohol produced mostly evaporates from the dough during the baking process. Once the bread is mixed, it is then left to rise or to ferment. This is called alcohol fermentation. Hi! Did you enjoy the process? Thank you so much for being with me throughout this video. I hope you did learn something. I am Jane, Architect Cuabo, and I'll see you again on our next experimentation. Bye!